million people under tornado watches right now, from Columbus, Ohio, down into northeastern parts of the state of Mississippi, northern Alabama, metro Nashville, Louisville, all the way over towards the Kentucky-West Virginia state line. We have tons of people bracing for the threat of tornadoes. Actually, we've upped the numbers. I forgot to include the southern watch. Now 14 million people under tornado watches. That Nashville metro area does make the numbers go up. So does Huntsville, and again, Tupelo. A lot of people there. So we've got millions of people bracing for possible tornadoes. But it's not just that. Hail, gusty, damaging winds, and flash flooding all on the table. The available energy, it has been on the rise this afternoon. We had morning storms roll through, so I think a lot of people may have thought, oh, that's it, we're done. But no, we've got energy building, sunshine came back out, and now more thunderstorms fueled by this potent storm system are reaching severe criteria. Closer look into the state of West Virginia. We got a tornado warning here in Fayette and Nicholas County, so sure enough, into the mountains. Not uncommon, while more rare, higher chance of tornadoes from Charleston over to Huntington. Parts of Nicholas and Fayette counties, you guys could see a tornado here. You can see that pretty well-defined notch here along 41. I think this is not far from the New River Bridge. An observed tornado being reported. There's the pretty well-defined area of rotation here. This is to the east of Fayette, west of Quinwood. So we're out here in pretty rural territory of Fayette and Nicholas County, but still with the local roadway 41, Highway 19 nearby. Obviously, you want to be bracing for this. There's a ton of trees in this area, so at the very least, this tornado will take down some trees. Clearco, also in the path of this. You're not under the tornado warning, but Quinwood, you're close. Burdett in the short term, 4:44 arrival time for you. Again, pretty well-defined area of rotation there. National Weather Service in Charleston has seen what they have to see, and if you're wondering what's going on down here with the warning, that would be National Weather Service Blacksburg's office. So there's your confirmation, correlation coefficient showing us that area of green. And so that is something that's not meteorological. That is something that is likely in this case tree debris, but structural debris as well. It's known as the correlation coefficient. So everything you see here in the red, that is meteorological debris. And you see that correlation coefficient. Actually, if we go back, you'll see it lines up almost exactly with where that velocity couplet is. So we've got greens moving towards the radar, reds moving away from the radar. So there's our area of rotation. And again, when we move between the two, you can see when they line up, that tells us we've got a confirmed tornado. So radar confirmed tornado here in the state of West Virginia. Again, we'll see what National Weather Service Blacksburg does as we've got the difference between the National Weather Service offices. But Fayette and Nicholas counties, Summersville probably the biggest community in this area, but you can see that little circle. There's exactly where that tornado is set. An observed tornado heading towards the Quinwood area. So north of Quinwood along roadway 20, you're going to be watching for this one. Netterville, Carl, Clearco in the path of this, along with Snow Hill and Lisle. So these are some of the communities. We're getting up into the Appalachians here. So eastern parts and southern parts of the state of West Virginia, we've got a lot more terrain. So it's going to be tough to see this. In some areas, it's going to be obscured by the rain. But Felicia, a pretty well-defined signature there, not just on the reflectivity, our little donut hole, but velocity showing that couplet clear, and we do have debris out of this storm. So there, again, very well-defined couplet here. Debris being picked up by the radar. Seek shelter if you're in the area.
Yeah, Alex, I think this is going to be one of many of the tornado warnings that we have in the coming hours. We do have that risk for tornadoes for cities like Cincinnati, for portions of Kentucky as well. We have live field coverage coming to you from our own Justin Michaels. He's in Covington, Kentucky, there near Cincinnati. So, Justin, you know, we've been watching that atmosphere get that chance to destabilize, some sun shining, and that is not what you want to see when you have that possibility for more severe weather.
Well, Felicia, things have changed here quite remarkably and quite quickly. In fact, you'll be able to recognize this immediately. We do not have blue skies. Some of them, yes, but most of it is cloud covered. And if we look off to the west, not only is it not blue sky, but it is quite ominous looking, even with those rays coming down through the clouds from the sun that is still visible off to our south. But take a look at how different the sky is now compared to what it was even just 15 or 20 minutes ago when we were live. It is a very different atmosphere. Things have changed, and we expect them to keep changing over the next several hours. That tornado watch being in place right now, extending for several more hours, and we're expecting that real intense weather to kick in 5, 6, 7 o'clock tonight, right as people may be going home from work, or going out for your evening. So be very weather aware. Have your cell phone alerts turned on and be prepared for any kind of severe weather. Of course, pay attention to the Weather Channel. We'll keep you informed. Back into you guys.
All right, thanks, Justin. We've got a new tornado warning to tell you about. National Weather Service office in Louisville has issued a tornado warning for parts of the state of Indiana into extreme northern stretches of Kentucky. So northwestern Meade County included within this one. This storm is moving 55 miles an hour. Crawford, Harrison, Meade counties under the warning, including the community of Oil. So there's our little notch. That's where the tornado would be sitting. Again, moving 55 miles per hour. Carefree Town at 450. Corydon at around 5 o'clock. Webster 511. Georgetown 519. Louisville 530.